Holy shit, that's Frank Cross.
He's drunk.
He's nuts. He's finished.
Ah! Shut up! Don't touch that dial and stay out of it.
I'm not crazy. It's Christmas Eve. It's the one night of the year when we all act a little nicer. We smile a little easier. We share a little more. For a couple of hours out of the whole year, we are the people that we always hoped we would be.
Yipee-Ki-Yay, Mr. Falcon.
Christmas. The snow's coming.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man. How are you?
I am fantastic. How about you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. This is probably going to air a little bit before Christmas, but hey.
All right. Merry Christmas Eve, whatever it is, you know.
The shopping season is from Halloween all the way till January 15th now, I guess. So it doesn't matter.
Guess.
It doesn't matter. Christmas, though. Christmas. Nothing takes you back to your childhood like Christmas movies, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's some of them I can't really watch anymore. Just because, like those claymation ones. You know,
the Rudolph and Frosty.
Yeah,
and all that,
yeah. I just think I've seen it too many goddamn times, and
I mean, you either got to be a kid or have a kid.
Yeah, I think so. Some of them are like that, but other ones you can just get all Christmas vacation-y about, you know. And
sure.
There's the ones that I watched when I was real little. They're the ones I just can't. It's not that I can't stomach them. They just remind me of I don't know, bad emotions, I guess, like angst and waiting and being stuck at relatives' houses where I didn't want to be while all my new toys were at home and shit.
Bah humbug.
Bah humbug, yeah. The ones I watched when I was like in middle school, those are the ones I like to rewatch.
Sure.
So like,
I think I don't necessarily subscribe to the idea that, you know, there are certain films that should be watched every single year. Like, I know people have traditions where they're like, I have to watch Die Hard every single year, or it's not Christmas, or Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
I like the idea of kind of rotating these things around so that, you know, they feel more special when you get around to them.
Yeah, Christmas movies, at least for me, I know some people are like this. Some people treat Christmas movies the way I treat horror movies around Halloween. Like, they can just watch 100 of them and watch certain ones over and over again. We went to school with someone like that.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't watch Elf for a long time because of her. Because
that was a good movie.
When I did watch it, I was impressed, and James Caan was awesome. But because of her enthusiasm, I just stayed away from it.
Yeah, we love her to death.
Absolutely, but she's playing Christmas in the office like on November 1st, and you just can't do that shit. Christmas music is a whole different thing, but
sure.
Yeah, I can't do that. I watch Christmas movies very tightly around the holiday. Like, I haven't watched one yet, and we're getting to December, and I haven't touched it. So, Die Hard I can watch whenever. I usually watch that a couple times a year. That one doesn't count, and we're not going to get into that. But
yeah,
Lethal Weapon's a Christmas movie too.
Hey, I always thought of Batman Returns as a pretty good Christmas movie.
No, that counts, man. That's a very wintry movie for sure. Did you know First Blood is a Christmas movie? I know it's a meme now, but I fucking said that years ago, and it is, because it just is, I guess. I don't know what you're going to do.
Anything can be a Christmas movie if you want it to be.
You're brave enough? Yeah.
Sure.
So, like, there's all the staples, right? We named a couple of them. It's a Wonderful Life, you know. I watch that every Christmas Eve. Like, we try to. Usually we fall asleep somewhere in the middle, right?
Sure.
But that's like our little tradition. That's the only one that's like a must watch on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. But there's ones that are more intimate that it doesn't even necessarily have to be. This is kind of how Die Hard started, I think, too, being a Christmas movie. It's not necessarily a Christmas movie. Nobody thought of it as a Christmas movie, but all of a sudden when the internet happened, everyone's like, you know, I kind of watch this on Christmas because it takes place at Christmas, and I don't know, I think it's a Christmas movie. And other people are like, yeah, me too. And it just kind of happened that way. But I suspect there's more out there that are less common that the internet
yeah.
hasn't done this to yet.
My thing for that, and this is objectively a Christmas movie, but it's one of those things that's kind of in the wheelhouse of Die Hard, would be like Gremlins. You know, like that's
sure.
my thing that like I love to watch on Christmas. That's not totally a Christmas movie, but it happens to take place at Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'd love to be able to show my kid Gremlins. Like, I think she would adore that movie. The problem would be that, and you know, I'm in order for me to discuss both this and the movie that I'm going to be talking about later, we kind of have to get this out of the way.
All right.
If you're a parent and you're allowing your kid to kind of listen to this in the background, now would be a good time to hit stop on your podcast thing. Because we're going to spoil Christmas here. I'm really sorry to say this, but
this is worse than
I can't
fuck
show
words.
Gremlins to my kid because there is a whole monologue in that movie about why the girlfriend doesn't like Christmas, and it's because
the dead
her
father
dad,
story.
Yes,
Right.
the dad was pretending to be Santa because Santa, unfortunately, does not exist. And, you know, that's how he died. And so, like, I can't show that to my kid until we're past that point, you know, and it kills me because that was my, like, every other year I love to watch it kind of Christmas movie.
Well, to be fair, that monologue doesn't have a terrible amount to do with the plot of Gremlins. So if you really wanted to, I imagine with your technical skills, you could probably just cut out the monologue and have a.
I guess it would be kind of a plot hole
kids
because she
version.
spends the whole movie kind of ducking and dodging around why she hates Christmas so much.
Yeah, but with
You know?
everything going on in that movie, your kid wouldn't realize that there's something missing until she's old
True.
enough to watch it. So
I never considered making my own little fan edits. That might actually happen. We'll see.
that's fantastic. I hope this occurs, and it's my fault. Gremlins is funny because I didn't see the original probably because of the same reasons. My folks never showed me the original, right, as a kid. But when the second one came out, I saw that a lot. My dad taped it, and I watched that a lot. I don't even know. Like, obviously, it was called Gremlins 2, so I was aware there was an original, but it just never occurred to me. And then I finally saw it years later. I'm like, this is a fucking Christmas movie? Like, no one told me this was a fucking Christmas. It was so strange to me, and now it is very much though. Like, it's not just there's a little bit of Christmas. Like, it's very Christmas, like from beginning to end. They're talking about it. Everything's decorated for it. You know, it's like a thing. So,
I guess it's important to the plot because Gizmo is a gift. You know,
there's that too, and it's also the father being away adds to it, and it's the same.
I'm sure if I really wanted to sit down and think about the message of the film, there's probably some kind of, like, I don't know, anti-consumerism. I don't know. I'd have to think about it, but I choose not to really overanalyze Gremlins.
I think that's a good choice. The rules don't hold up over. I mean, they make fun of it in their own sequel, so, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a parody.
Yeah. Is that one of the movies that uses the town square from Hill Valley from Back to the Future? The same backlot set?
It does look a lot like it, although Gremlins predated Back to the Future, so...
I think that set predates Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It's been in more
it
movies
probably
than
is the same set now that you mention it. I'm visualizing it in my head. It does look like it, yeah.
Yeah. Gremlins, yeah. So, all right. So along these lines, what is your underrated or less recognized Christmas movie, quote unquote?
So theoretically, it was going to be Gremlins. I felt like Gremlins might not be underrated enough, so I picked something else.
All right.
So I just saw this year, you know, because we start watching the Christmas movies super early because Tara's really into them. I saw this movie called Dear Satan. Have you seen this?
Dear Satan. That sounds really familiar, but that doesn't mean anything because I might have just seen it on a streamer menu. Dear Satan.
It might be Dear Santa. No, Dear Satan.
Patrick
I just
Stewart?
looked it up. No, it's Dear Santa. Sorry, it is called Dear Santa,
God.
but it really ought to be
That's
Dear
a whole
Satan.
different movie. Oh,
Yeah.
the Jack Black thing?
The Jack Black thing, yeah.
I
Did
have
you
not
see this?
seen this, and I've seen it on the streamers. I would know the logo. I haven't seen it.
It's adorable.
Really?
It's adorable. I loved it. Yeah.
I saw the
so
trailer.
basically, the plot of this thing is that this kid, he has like learning disabilities, dyslexia.
Mm-hmm.
It's only important to the plot because he writes a letter to Santa and he mixes up the letters and he writes Dear Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's the letter to Santa is, you know, asking for something, So Satan shows up and he's like, listen, if you want that thing, I can give you 3 wishes in exchange for your soul.
And Jack Black is Satan.
Yeah,
okay.
it's dark. I mean, for this kid's 12 or 11 or something, and he's being visited by Satan, but it works. I thought it was funny, and it's
all right. Yeah. That's cool. That's like a kind of a setup wise an homage to the old church lady sketch on SNL. Remember that one where she rearranges the letters of Santa? Satan?
Oh, sure.
It was
I was thinking Bedazzled. Like if you ever saw that, it's very similar to that, but we're dealing with an 11-year-old instead of Brendan Fraser's character.
Yeah. Brendan playing many roles and dressing up as different. It's like a little actor kid's dream. That movie for him. All right, there's been a few Santa-esque movies that have come out in recent years that are decent. That Kurt Russell one, I think they even made 2 of them. The Christmas Chronicles, I think. Yeah, that was okay.
With Goldie Hawn, his real life wife, plays Mrs. Claus. That's cool.
That was okay. I didn't dislike that. This isn't super recent, but there was a Fred Claus movie.
That worked, with Vince Vaughn. Mm-hmm. That had a great message too. There are no naughty kids.
Right. I like the way that ended up. That's right. Kevin Spacey's the bad guy in that. That's older than I think. Wow. Yeah. That's Paul Giamatti who was Santa in that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. They were. They still keep trying. They keep hacking away at it.
You know what really sucks is that we watch a ton of these Hallmark Lifetime Christmas movies because she's really into them.
Brutal.
I mean, they're all really bad. I mean, to be fair, we watch a lot of horror movies, and the ratio of good horror movies to bad horror movies is pretty skewed. But, a good one of these does sneak through the cracks every so often. Like, I'm not going to say they're all trash, but, there's a lot of trash that we wind up watching.
We turned on a film you might know then for giggles called The Christmas Shoes. Apparently,
I haven't seen it.
The inspiration
if I have,
for
I don't
the
remember
song.
the name.
There's a song that apparently is written about this. My wife tells me I heard it one time and I said never play that again. I don't even remember. I blacked this out.
The song, the movie, or both?
The song. The movie I turned on and is objectively fucking hilarious. Like hilarious. Okay. Unintentionally hilarious.
Oh, unintentionally.
Oh yeah, no. It's Rob Lowe is in it. I guess he was down on his luck at the time. He needed to take. It's rough, but it's really funny if you watch it as a comedy. I didn't know.
Here is Vinny's big tip for these Hallmark Lifetime Christmas movies.
All right, lay it on.
If you look at the poster and there is an actor that you recognize, even if they're washed up, it's been 20 years since they were big. The bigger the person on the poster, the better the movie is going to be, because they save the good scripts for the Melissa Joan Harts and the Terry Hatchers and and when I say good is obviously relative, but Rob Lowe is pretty up there. So if Rob Lowe's in this thing, even if it was trash, I mean you found it funny even as a bad movie.
It's pretty old though. This is before his Parks and Recs renaissance.
Oh, okay. But you would still have heard of them. That's the thing.
It's true.
Most of these things, they just kick them out with people you've never even heard of.
So where does Dean Cain's Hallmark movies land on that spectrum?
Holy shit. Can I tell you, I've watched all of them.
That doesn't fucking surprise me, actually.
So there's one that's actually a legit Hallmark, romantic Christmas movie. And I mean, it was all right. It's one of those things where
he's a single dad who's also a carpenter.
I can't remember if he was a dad. The idea, this could appeal to you. He's a journalist. Melissa Joan Hart plays the love interest, and she's also a journalist, I think.
Adorbs.
And they're competing for the same story or whatever.
Does the small town have two papers? Are you kidding me? The small town?
I don't think it's papers. I think they were broadcast journalists. This has been so long ago that I saw this, but the ones that we watched, I showed one of these to my daughter. He has a series of films where he's a robber, a cat burglar or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And,
Dean Cain?
Yes. Oh. And getting in his way, the big foil is this dog that always seems to be at the house that he's trying to break into,
Okay.
He breaks into this house. There's this dog that's going to stop him. He decides to go to the Alps. Well, that family is on vacation and they brought the dog.
Okay. His nemesis.
So there was a long series. Yes, his nemesis. There was a long series where they made like a ton of these. Like, you know, it was like the Air Bud of Hallmark Christmas movies, but only like 2 or 3 of them are actually about Christmas. Then they were like, all right, we got to change this up a little bit. So they made a Halloween one. They made an Easter one.
But he's like a nice thief in all of them. Is that what we were saying?
I'm not going to say he's nice. He's objectively the bad guy, but he's not going to kill anybody. You know?
That's amazing. I have to.
I mean, he's got to be goofy enough to get foiled by a dog.
Does the series have a title, like an overarching title? Is it?
It's like the dog who saved XXX. So like the dog who saved Christmas, the dog who saved Easter, the dog who saved Halloween, the dog who saved the holidays, the dog who saved Christmas Vacation. Day. We need to do that 3 times, you know. Yeah.
I'm going to type it. Oh, God, you're not fucking kidding. You type in the dog who saved, and there are a lot of them. There is one with Joey fucking Lawrence in it.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. The dog who saved the holidays. This dog saved the entire summer. Holy shit.
Shelley Long is in one of them. Maybe more than one of them. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
So I watched one of them with my kid, and she thought it was the funniest thing. Because when you're like 6 years old, you know, you're going to laugh at like, a dog like basically punching like Dean Cain in the nuts is going to be hilarious. So, you know, the next holiday rolled around and I was like, hey, there's an Easter one of these things if you want to watch it. And she was like, of course I want to watch it. So then Halloween rolled around. We're like, let's do that. You know?
Yeah.
Summer comes around. I'm like, yo, there's a summer vacation one of these.
You fell right into their fucking plot is what you did.
Yeah.
It had, and you're not kidding. They have the dog who saved Christmas, the dog who saved the holidays, and the dog who saved Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
And that's just, I'm not even going to the more episodes. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
They are watchable. I'm going to tell you, especially if you've got like a little one that's going to be like, you know, laughing at like the more PG rated jackass humor, you know, somebody getting hit in the balls. Like,
slapstick always works. I don't want to get you excited, but there's also a film from 1976 called Wonton Ton, The Dog Who Saved Hollywood. So when you're out of Dean Cain ones, maybe you can check that out. It looks wholesome.
We are out of Dean Cain ones. I'm going to have to try that one.
It's a German Shepherd, and it looks adorbs.
I was actually going to start the Air Bud stuff, you know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually have never seen Air Bud, so I don't even know what I'm getting myself into.
I got to be real careful watching dog movies. Like those would be fine, but we cannot watch any movie where a dog gets hurt or killed.
Oh, yeah.
That website, Does the Dog Die? Super fucking helpful. Saves my life. Very helpful.
You ever see Hachi?
Hachi?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that would make her sob and sob and sob.
Oh, yeah. This is trauma from All Dogs Go to Heaven as a child. And there's been many. I haven't watched Cujo with her. We've been married for a long time, and we've never watched Cujo together.
Does that count?
What? As a
Cujo,
dog?
because the dog is not like sweet and lovable and like the family pet. Okay. I mean, he is for like the first 5 minutes, right?
Dude, we watched True Lies one time, and when Arnold smacks the 2 Dobermans together, she gave me this look. I'm like, they get up. It's okay. They get up. And they got up. So, you know, it's like that. It's like that.
I was told we weren't allowed to watch The Incredible Journey. Homeward Bound, I think, was the movie. Incredible Journey was the book. And I was like, but the dogs are fine in the end. They make it home. And she was like, no, it's too risky. You know, like
they're too much danger.
Yeah, they're in too much danger throughout the whole movie. And I'm like, but it's fine in the end.
Yeah, they make it. Like, that's the point. The danger isn't real because they make it. Every time the movie, they make it.
I mean, the danger isn't real because it's a movie. You know, they have that little paragraph at the end of every movie. No dogs were harmed in the making of this film.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's funny. There's been a lot of animal Christmas movies too, and when we were kids, man, Turner and Hooch, Canine Cop, like there was a bunch of those, dude. It was almost like monkey movies.
Yeah, I mean it's a timeless thing that always works. Like if you want to put an animal in a movie with a kid, exactly.
Yeah,
it's gonna work. Like kids are gonna love it.
Give them a bit with a dog. That'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my choice for this one, is also fairly recent, 2020.
Okay.
It's called Fat Man. Have you ever
Fat
seen
Man.
that?
I have not.
Starring the illustrious Mel Gibson and Walt Goggins, believe it or not.
Okay.
All
Walt
right.
Goggins. All right. Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, and among other things.
I'm never gonna forget him in Sons of Anarchy. It's difficult to forget something like that.
I understand. You thought it was bizarrely attractive, though, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Just like
right.
Bugs Bunny. Just like Bugs Bunny. Again, Fat Man, I think, is what happens when a screenwriter watches Scrooged and sees the trailer for The Night the Reindeer Died and is like on way too many drugs and decides that would be a good starting place for a script.
Sure.
And then it turned into Fat Man. I don't even know how to really describe it. It is a very weird take on Santa. And like saying it imagines the idea of Santa being an actual real person isn't quite right. I mean, it does sort of do that, but it's not like it takes place in our universe. I don't know what universe it takes place in. It takes place in a universe where Santa is a real person. He's Mel Gibson. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if the entire world knows for sure he's a real person, but the U.S. military knows. And he has financial problems. All right? And he's really, really well armed. And the elves are fucking awesome. And that's kind of the setup for this weird movie. There's an evil rich child, and Walt Goggins is like a child damaged. He has child trauma related to Santa, and he's some kind of ultra hitman now. And in his side project, he like collects people's most prized Christmas gifts, and then I think destroys them out of spite.
What a dick.
There's some weird themes, but I don't know, man. There's also a wholesomeness to it. Like Mel Gibson outside of movies aside, and like forget it, whatever. Like just like we do with Kevin Spacey, we just he has this weird mixture of warmth and like grouchiness in this, and he's got the full on Gibson beard going too, because of course Santa. But like, you know, he's out in the barn like punching a fucking heavy bag because he's angry, but he's like so fucking sweet to his wife and she makes the best cookies. And he does these like Santa-y things, but I don't know, man. It's got this twist and this heart to it, and it ends in this like fucking amazing gunfight, which... You know, you can't say that for many Christmas movies, man. You just can't. Yeah. It stands alone in that a little bit. And there's like
you gotta go back to
implied lore. Santa's also kind of immortal. He takes some fucking damage, man. He loses an eye, you know, and keeps on trucking.
Does he get a nice red eye patch?
Fucking A, he does. Actually, I think it's still kind of healing at the end of the movie, but he goes to visit the evil rich kid and takes his dressing off and shows him his empty fucking eye socket, and scares the shit out of him and implies he might kill him if he does anything bad again. Because he hires a hitman to kill Santa. I mean, it's pretty fucking personal, because he got coal for Christmas one year. So he hires a hitman to whack Santa.
It's funny, when you started telling me the story of this movie here, I was like, oh, this is kind of like the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. And the more you have talked, the further from that it's gotten, you know?
Yeah, I'm not doing a great job of starting at the beginning, but it's a weird fucking movie, man. We had to watch it twice. We're like, that was really good, wasn't it? It was like, yeah, it was. We're going to have to watch that again to get it. I'm like, yeah.
Get it.
Well, it could, like, we did not know what to expect. We never saw a trailer for it. I just knew it was supposedly a Mel Gibson Santa movie. I'm like, I got to see what that's about. It's no expectations and just going in cold. It was like, what the fuck is this?
Wow.
So you need some reaction time. But yeah, if you get a chance, check it out. It's unconventional. It's not what you'd expect. And I haven't learned anything. It's still fun. And the elves, it's heavily implied that the elves have been basically bioengineered to be what they are through habits and diet of only carbs and sugar and sleeping in half-hour increments throughout the day. It's interesting. They're kind of sallow people. They're small and sallow.
Okay.
Not very healthy. All right.
So are there? Wait. Time out.
Uh-oh.
Before we move on,
There's
are
questions?
there any like real? Well, no, not about this specifically, but are there any like real saccharine Christmas movies that you love?
Saccharine? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could say It's a Wonderful Life is pretty saccharine.
Okay, yeah. No, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the traditional, like, we're not like making like adult R-rated Christmas movies just for the sake of it. Like, are there any like, yeah,
that's a big one.
okay.
There's a couple of the kid ones that I do like. Christmas Vacation, I love. Like that's one of my favorites. I don't know if you'd call that saccharine, but it's kind of.
No,
saccharine.
it's
not
close
R-rated.
enough. Yeah, for sure.
My favorite is a version of Christmas Carol, and it's I think it's my favorite version of a Christmas Carol, of which there are many.
Right.
Is Mickey's Christmas Carol from
Oh, yeah,
1983, the animated one.
Yeah.
I had it in one of those big foam, Disney movie cases.
Oh,
as a
yeah,
kid.
sure.
And I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos lately that are like, what's different about animation from the 70s and 80s and Disney movies, and why does it all look like paintings and shit? And is it because it was? And the look of that one is just amazing. It's just amazing art, and just the lighting in it, and I don't know, man. Nothing looks like
I guess that was really right before Disney's big, let's call it revival in the early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, before the Aladdin and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know too much. I mean, I wasn't a big into Disney movies. I liked certain ones. Loved Aladdin. Fucking loved Aladdin as a kid.
Aladdin was good. Lion King, Little
Return of
Mermaid, Beauty and the
Jafar.
Beast. That was that era. I loved Return of the Jafar.
Yeah, I had that for sure. I had that.
I actually liked Return of Jafar more than Aladdin for
I
some
might have
reason.
watched it more. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool that it was a sequel, You didn't think of that happening with Disney movies. But I also like Peter Pan, because they started reissuing the old ones too when they, at the same time.
Oh,
Peter
yeah,
Pan
all the
and,
time,
What was it? Is Sleeping Beauty the one with the dragon at the end?
Maleficent, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. I love the dragon fight. That one's fucking awesome.
So
Yeah,
the 80s were sort of a down time for Disney in terms of animation, because like the 70s and the 80s, like the biggest stuff was like the Rescuers Down Under and, the Aristocats and all that. Like nobody cares, I'm
I've
sure
read
people
that they were
cared at
kind
the
of
time,
going
but not
broke
much.
in the 80s even. Disney was. Yeah. Why do you ask saccharine? Is it you just don't think I would like any?
Yeah, that's why I want to know.
Fair enough. I love Scrooged. I know that's not
Scrooge is a
exactly
good one. Yeah.
saccharine, but I do try to watch that every year.
I guess what I was trying to get at is, are there actually any family-friendly Christmas movies that Dave actually enjoys watching?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not a completely cold-hearted monster.
All right.
I also don't think that, an R-rated Christmas movie is appealing just because it's R-rated. Like, I think kind of it makes the older movies like Lethal Weapon kind of cool that they decided to do that, but it's also a Shane Black thing. Like, he can't seem to not place things at Christmas in L.A. Like, what are you going to do? It's a creator thing, but I don't know, man. It's interesting to think about why there are Christmas movies, and then there's like Santa movies, and then there's movies where Christmas is kind of a backdrop,
Well, I guess Christmas gets you certain places, it's a shortcut to maybe like a story about, I got to get somebody a gift, or, it's this time of year.
Yeah, I guess it's also a catalyst for like emotions running higher than normal and people doing things they don't normally do all year that can get them into shit. The other movie I was gonna choose instead of Fat Man, but it's also debatable whether or not it's a Christmas movie, which is why I didn't. Funny Farm with Chevy Chase. Do you know that one?
I've heard of that. I didn't see it. Yeah.
There's not many, but many good Chevy Chase movies, but it's one of my absolute favorites of his. And then, I mean, Christmas Vacation, of course, is a staple, but Funny Farm is about a couple who they leave their jobs in the city. He's a sports writer for a newspaper. I forget what she did in the city, but they leave and they retire early, essentially, to a farmhouse in the country. They move out to the country, and it's supposed to be like this great dream thing. And he's the one who's all into it. It's his big idea. He wants to go and write a book, like every newspaper guy. Someday they're going to go move out to the country and write a book.
Of course.
And when he sits down to do it, he can't. He's got writer's block. And then when he starts writing, he fucking sucks at writing fiction. And then everything starts to fall apart. Like, everything about the town is fucking nuts. Nothing is what they expected. Most of the townspeople are kind of crazy, and it rapidly falls apart, as does their marriage, right? But then this brings us to the big heart of the movie, is their plan. Their plan is to unload this house so they can get divorced, but they enlist the townspeople to help them sell it. Like, by making the town nice while the potential buyers are there and not being their crazy selves, right? They actually offer them money to do this. They offer to pay them to do this, and it's all around Christmas. So they basically turn the town into a idyllic Rockwellian Christmas village, right? And do all this Christmassy shit, like show up caroling in fucking Christmas garb and just all this fucking shit, right? And of course, you know what happens. There's emotions, things are reconciled, but it's like 25% of the movie is Christmas. But it's kind of a Christmas movie to me and to us, and me and my wife, we do watch it as a Christmas movie when we watch it. So I don't know if it counts, but I'm throwing it out there.
Like I said, if it's a Christmas movie to you, then it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. There's not much about Die Hard that's Christmas except the fucking Ode to Joy in the soundtrack and the backdrop. But
well, I guess, okay, the big thing that if Die Hard were going to be a Christmas movie, the big thing that makes it a Christmas movie is that, like, the Christmas party is the catalyst for the whole story.
Okay,
right?
so to you, a Christmas element has to be an impetus in the plot. Like
not necessarily, but if somebody needs like an excuse for this to be a Christmas movie, then there you have it. Like, how many movies are there about Christmas parties, office Christmas parties? There is a movie called Office Christmas Party with Jason Bateman. So I'm not saying there are no other Christmas. Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
It's not awesome, and Jason Bateman is one of my absolute favorite actors. Like, I love that guy, but Well,
there's another movie that's it's interesting you bring that up. There's an old flick called The Apartment.
Jack Lemmon.
Yeah, you know this one.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Awesome. No, it's a great fucking movie. I have it. I love it. It's an awesome movie. But, a big chunk of that is Office Christmas Party. And,
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where the thing happens after, that could be considered a Christmas movie if you wanted to. That's a great movie, though. Holy shit.
I'll allow it.
All right. It counts. That's
I don't have a gavel in my hand, and I certainly don't have the thing to smack it down on, but if I did, there you go.
I had something, and I was going to talk about it, and now I don't know what it was because I'm old. And my brain is shit.
You want me to share my Christmas Carol thing, and while you think about it?
Do you have some people don't like Christmas Carol adaptations or Scrooge in general, but so I guess I just assumed, but what, you like a Scrooge? There's a Scrooge that you like?
There's a Scrooge, yeah. All right, so I guess if I was being serious, like if I was going to say, like, what is the best adaptation of this to me, it would probably be the Muppet thing, the one that they did.
The one with, Grover and Michael Caine. Yeah.
However, I wasn't going to pick that for this discussion. So let's just put that aside. Like, if I was being serious,
it's like a given. Okay.
If I was going to show my kid something and be like, "This is the Christmas Carol," that's the thing I would show her.
It's a great adaptation of the story. Yeah.
For sure. And, you know, you got to love the Muppets, and they do a very good job of adapting their style to that, not necessarily like being their style first. You
and
know
the songs are great for kids.
Yeah.
Through the whole thing. Okay. So let's
the
go.
thing that I want to cast a light on and, you know, share with the audience here is that there is an episode of The Real Ghostbusters where
oh my.
They adapt A Christmas Carol. I don't know if you remember this. I know you watched the show as a kid, but it's been a long time. So,
yeah. I actually have it on disc, so I could go hunt this down.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So the basic premise is that the Ghostbusters are out, you know, on, I guess it's Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And they get lost in some kind of like fog, you know, they're out in like the woods, you know, with the Ecto-1. And they get lost in the fog, and they don't realize it, but they've now traveled back in time.
Oh.
And
okay, this saying sounds vaguely familiar.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're in, we'll call it Scrooge time, and they bust the three ghosts of Christmas. You know, knowing who they are or what they've just done. And there are real consequences to that, because they show back up into the present, and you know,
no way,
like,
they Back to the Future. They like Back to the Future too.
So it's
no
like
shit.
the Pottersville Back to the Future 2. You know, like the alternate 1985. Like, here is what the world would be like if, you know, the spirit of Christmas were just like kicked into the curb. You know, like early on, there's a bah humbug universe here. And so they've got to fix it somehow, and they don't know how, and they've got to, like, you know, reach into, they've got to go inside the ecto containment unit, you know, to try to find the spirits of Christmas. It's fucking awesome.
I love the ones when they go in the containment unit. That's awesome. Yeah. That's a lot for a 20-minute fucking cartoon, man.
Right? This needed to be a two-parter.
They used to come at it hard, dude. Do you remember the episode, not to get off on this, but do you remember the episode that was essentially a sequel to the first movie? It's like the aftermath of the Gozer battle, and and it also explains why they wear different colored jumpsuits.
Because they needed to sell more toys,
right? But you know, the
in
logic
canon, sure.
Yeah. So they return to the firehouse, and it's got the hole blown through the whole thing. You know, from what happened when the containment unit blew up, and they're all wearing the tan jumpsuits from the movie. They're all the same, and they take them off and they hang them up in the locker room. And because they got slathered in the ectoplasmic marshmallow from the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, they become haunted and they kind of animate with evil versions of the Ghostbusters, piloting them, like ghost versions of them, and they have to bust themselves, and that's when they
gangster.
rock. That's when they rock the new colored jumpsuits, and then they go after themselves. And I remember that one distinctly. Yeah. And for some reason, Egon picked the one with the pink collar, and I'll never understand. It's
an easy color to animate, I guess. You know, you can only do so many.
Peter Venkman was shit brown. Ray was like, I always thought he was tan, but maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, it's like
about
tan.
that.
It was like a beige,
like a sky blue for Winston. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's crazy
cartoon.
Is that Ernie Hudson auditioned for that role and didn't get it.
I didn't know that. With the first round, and then they called him when Eddie Murphy dropped out. Is that how that worked?
No.
Oh.
After Ghostbusters the movie came out, Ernie Hudson auditioned for the role of the real Ghostbusters Winston and did not get it.
You're fucking kidding me.
It went to Arsenio Hall instead.
Arsenio was the voice of Winston? I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And the dude that played Garfield was Peter Venkman.
That I knew.
But that was fine because it's not like Bill Murray auditioned for the role.
But Bill Murray was in the Garfield movie. What the fuck, bro?
He actually commented on that. He said that, and I don't remember who the name of the director of that film was, but it was something Cohen. And he got mistaken and thought it was the Coens directing the movie.
The Coen brothers?
Yeah. And so he was like, shit, the Coen brothers? Dude, I would love to work with the Coen brothers. And so he signed on, not realizing
that can't be
what
true.
He was getting. It's what he said.
That seems like such a
Fuck,
Bill
the
Murray
Coen
story,
brothers
though.
are making a Garfield movie? Holy shit.
I would sign up. It's like the fucking the Kool-Aid Man movie from that Seth Rogen show. That's a great show, by the way. If you haven't seen that, The Studio with Seth
No,
Rogen
no.
on Apple TV. You have Apple TV. I remember we talked about this.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's for someone who is into the movie industry and knows a lot of trivia shit, you would love it, dude. And it is objectively fucking hilarious. Like, just stunningly hilarious. And Bryan Cranston is in a couple episodes as an aging studio executive, and he's amazing. The final episode is just, I haven't laughed that hard in a very long time. And it's full of like little Hollywood lore nuggets and nods to things, and they talk about all kinds of behind the scenes shit that movie nerds would get. So yeah. All right. So Scrooge, interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of that one is that you can sneak that in, whenever you want. Like, it's like you said, it's like 20 minutes. I don't know where you could find it today. Like, as an adult, when I first saw it, it was on Netflix. I don't know where the Real Ghostbusters show lives now. You can buy it digitally on the various digital storefronts. So
yeah, it is around. There was a long time where it wasn't. You couldn't get it anywhere. You can buy it on Amazon Video.
Yeah, there are missing episodes. Like, they didn't do the whole series. Yeah, they did a lot of it, though. Like, for the most part, I mean, it's like 75% of the series is purchasable at this point. And I mean, are we really going to miss the rest of it? I don't know.
I got it on DVD as a set, and it was not expensive at all.
Did you get the set that comes in the firehouse?
No,
because that's the only truly complete set that there is.
Okay, then I guess I'm missing some. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so you would be missing the same ones that the digital ones are missing. Like, from the modern set is, I guess that's all they want to release of it, Yeah,
I guess I can live with that. I clearly haven't watched the whole fucking show even since I bought it. So, but I did when I first got it, I went and found the Boogeyman episode and showed that to my wife, because I had talked about it before, and that was one of my favorites. I remember that one vividly. Scared the shit out of me as a kid. Man, I loved that show. Oh my God, I would have never missed it when the show was on. It was like my favorite thing in the world.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I loved it. That, and right afterward, I remember feeling the same way about Batman, the animated series.
Batman was a masterpiece.
Yeah, look forward to that every day. Every day.
There were some great Christmas episodes of that, too.
That's something we touched on when we were talking about Thanksgiving movies, and I think it's really true for Christmas movies. There are some shows that just had a lot of really good Christmas movies. I mean, episodes, rather.
Episodes, yeah.
Yeah. And, some of them a lot of them are shows you would expect to have really good Christmas episodes, and some aren't, but like Frasier stands out. This happened when shows came on streaming, and it was so easy to just pick and choose and watch episodes in a row, and we would just watch every Christmas episode of Frasier.
Frasier's a fucking fantastic show. That might be the whitest thing I'll ever say, but it is a masterpiece, beginning to end. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel extremely white when watching it all the time. But it is, for what it is extremely good. And there's so much talent in that show. It was like, and we watched the whole show, I think, a couple times in the last, few years. And there's not really a shit season. And there's a lot of seasons, and it's a lot of episodes, back then when it, for a network comedy, you had 24 episode seasons, man. And there's a couple lulls, like when Daphne leaves and, it gets a little weird, but man, there's no shitty seasons.
I mean, the revival is pretty shitty, but,
I don't know, man. Like, it's nowhere near what the original was, but I didn't hate it. The
one episode I would say I really liked was the Lilith one, because I could do Lilith. Like you could make like a whole show about Lilith, and I'll watch it beginning to end. But
100%.
Other than that episode, like, it just felt like the friend was just no replacement for Niles. And that was the thing. Like, how do you make this show without David Hyde Pierce? Like, it just
Yeah. When I heard that he wasn't going to be in it, and I'm like, man, they really shouldn't be doing it then.
Yeah. I really wanted to like it, but I couldn't without him.
I mean, you were already losing, forgive me, he's such a great actor, and I don't remember his name, but Marty.
Oh, yeah, the Marty, yeah. I don't remember off the top of my head either.
I mean, you already lost him because the actor passed away, so he couldn't be in it. And then also Niles and also Daphne, and I mean, literally, it's just Frasier again, you know. And just because the character was able to move from Cheers to his own show doesn't mean you can do that again. And you couldn't, obviously. It ran 2 seasons though. They got 2 seasons out of it in that.
Did
right?
they? I really thought that was one and done, but you might be right.
I thought they did. I thought they did. I don't. Yeah, you know, the weakest part of it though was the kids.
Yeah.
And it was too. I'm not saying Frasier wasn't sitcom-y.
Oh, you are right. I just looked it up. 2 seasons.
Did they do 2? I mean, obviously, the original Frasier was extremely sitcom-y, but there was just something about the revival that was too sitcom-y. Like the writing was, I think, was just shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And I didn't feel like that was Freddie Crane. You know, like
no.
They made him like super cool and suave, and you know he was the firefighter, and I'm like, that's not the boy that Lilith Crane raised. I'm sorry.
Like I get what they were trying to do in recreating the dynamic of him and Marty, but reversing the ages, but it was a stupid way to go. It was, and I don't think it would have gone that way without and having Niles' son just ham-fisted into the fucking show with no Niles was kind of insulting. Like, it was like, here, have this Temu version of a 16-year-old Niles or whatever. Here, just do something with that.
Niles' son's character was pretty cringeworthy throughout that whole show.
Yeah, the writing for him was extremely awful. But God, the original show, man. Like it's what is it? That's from the early 90s it started, right? And
92, 93, somewhere in there.
That's an old fucking show to still be able to make me laugh like that. And it has nothing to do with the timeliness of the jokes or nostalgia. Like, it's just the timing. You know, and some of those episodes are like really good plays, like farces. They are. They're like little mini farces, and they're excellent at what they are. Like, generally, I fucking hate farce. But, I mean, the kitchen stuff, like in Frasier's apartment, and just the you look at the apartment layout and you think, wow, they have these full-throated conversations in the kitchen, but nobody fucking hears it in the living room. That's like it's 8 paces away with no door, you know. But it's okay because it's farce, you know. We're in the kitchen, we're in the kitchen, we're in the living, and the dinner episodes, and fucking the holiday, like the Thanksgiving episodes, and then all the Christmas episodes, and it's just they took it off a streamer wherever it originally was, and we didn't have it for a holiday season, and pissed us off after having it for a while. We really missed it. I'm like, that's kind of when I started being like, there's certain things I just have to have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On like, I had been, you know, I always bought movies and you know, bought TV shows on disc, but as they came around, you know, I didn't make an effort to go after them. But that was what did it. Like that idea that, oh shit, this became like a tradition that I can't do now because it's not on fucking Netflix anymore. Fuck off.
Yeah. I had a conversation with my old boss like 15 years ago that kind of changed my digital, let's say, buying habits tremendously. So I was just, you know, like I didn't own anything digitally. And then my old boss said to me, like, I really miss Scarface. And I was like, so go watch Scarface. And he goes, well, I can't watch it because it's not on, like, Netflix. And I was like, well, then pull out, like, the DVD or something. And he goes, well, I don't have a DVD player hooked up anymore. That's so, like, 1995. You know, I was like, Jesus Christ. All right. But
yeah, scoff at me and you can't watch the movie you want to watch. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, at that point, I was like, yeah, in a sense, he's kind of right. Like, you know, if we don't have this library that's permanent, then, you know, all of that stuff can kind of, like, go in and out, you know, of the Netflix library at will. And I was like, not on my watch. You know, I'm not losing Frasier and Scarface.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a weird emotion to be like, man, I really want to watch that. And you just, in this day and age, and you can't. Yeah. You know? And it's like, fuck, that's not, I'm a movie person. That shouldn't be allowed. And
exactly.
Yeah, I'd started buying movies when iTunes came out, you know, with them on digital. because I was a big iTunes person for music. And when they started selling movies, it was like when they would be on sale and it would be like about $9 for a movie and you just have it. I'm like, fuck yeah, all right. And it's just right there. That was super novel. You can't even imagine right now with how big and amazing streaming has become. But just the idea of being able to have a movie immediately in your house that wasn't like, I don't know, did we even have on-demand cable back then? Like, I don't know which came first, but those selections were extremely limited, and it was just neat.
For sure.
It was really neat. So I bought a few, but one time I bought a movie on iTunes and went to go play it, and it was like half a file. No, it was the trailer. The file was the trailer for the movie instead of the actual movie, and the runtime read correctly. It was supposed to be the movie, but it wasn't the right file that downloaded. And I could never get it fixed. Turns out you can't just call iTunes. Fucking imagine that, right?
Yeah.
and after that, I was like, all right, I don't know about this whole thing. And then you start
Their
hearing the
support
stories
is
about,
actually awesome once you get a hold of them now, like through chat or whatever. Oh yeah.
Oh, this was way before that. Like back then, I think I would have had to just email and pray, which I think I did. And but physical copies, man. I know it's a thing now too. There's a renaissance of that, which is nice, but it scares me because the players, man, the players are getting thin out there.
Well, it's not just the players. I mean, like, any physical media is, subject to disc rot or scratching. You drop the thing by accident. There goes your movie too. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is forever. I like to believe that by the time one thing becomes obsolete and I can't watch it anymore, there will be something else that I want to buy anyway. Like if my 4K Blu-ray of Back to the Future is destroyed, if the digital library goes down, there will likely be some like new 8K way I want to watch it anyway. So like, I try not to stress about it too much.
That's a good way to think about it. Think about it. Yeah. It's funny. I was thinking the other day, I saw an ad where I think it might be SanDisk. I don't know. Somebody is coming out with a thumb drive. It's a thumb drive. It's a true thumb drive that's like a terabyte and tiny as shit. And I remember thinking when thumb drives first came out, the very first flash drives, I thought that was the most amazing shit, right? Because before that, you had to like email files to yourself and hope they were small enough if you wanted to get them from one computer to another, or you could use a zip disk.
It's magic.
And having this magical thing that you could just use to take your homework with you from one computer to another. And I remember thinking, I'm like, one day you're going to go to the store and you're going to buy a movie on a thumb drive.
It's been done.
And that's how we're going to watch movies. But I imagine like in my head, like a library of like these little cases, like mini discs were, with, movie art. And I'm like, it's going to be so shitty when the covers get so small.
Yeah.
And it's just, we bypassed that entirely. We skipped right over that shit.
Yeah, it happened for like a day, and the problem is like the copy protection. Like that's always what hampers everything,
Right. No, a lot of people don't think about that, but especially when those new digital storage methods came out, that was the huge problem, right? Even with discs, eventually it became a big problem. I mean, God, I had a lot of burned movies when I was in college. God knows.
Yeah.
And then
a thumb drive would be so much more susceptible to that.
Right. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I don't know. Like when we talk about like the magic of these things, like in a digital library, one of my biggest fantasies, like I wish 12, 13-year-old me could be in my house today and I could like show him, like, holy
Your
shit,
collection?
check this out. Yeah. Like not even just like the physical collection, but just like, hey, here's the remote. Sit down. You can watch any movie you want. You don't have to get up. It's all there. It's not like remember when we had like CD players that you could put like 5 discs in there.
Changers, the turntable changer, sure.
And like there were some DVD players like that too.
Yeah.
Well, this is like a 1,000,000 disc DVD player.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and those systems were so expensive too. Yeah, no, that's a fun thing to imagine for sure.
Yeah.
I
think about it all the time.
I would absolutely lose my. I think about it when I remember when I watch older movies that I used to watch when I was a kid, and I remember watching them on a square, fucking, I don't know, 35-inch TV, you know, and thinking, Jesus Christ, if I could just show my child self my fucking living room TV. You'd never believe it. I remember going to people's houses who had those rear projection TVs that were like 50 inches and just being like, someday, kid, someday. Like,
you got to remember
I mean?
how big, for our audience out there that doesn't necessarily know how big a 50-inch, 4x3 TV is. Like, it is gargantuan.
Yeah. And yeah, because I mean, if you had a 40-inch TV at home, that was pretty big. 45.
Yeah, like even a 30-inch TV was like a pretty average big size, like big average.
Yeah, Christ, I think 50
whereas
was.
Today, like the widescreen aspect makes a 30-inch TV like nothing. Like
Right.
I have like computer monitors that are like 27, but like if you scale that up, like what a 50-inch TV was, I mean,
and you remember some of those
it's almost obscene putting something like that in your house.
And some of those projection TVs, they were widescreen too. And so, because that was when letterbox movies first started coming out, and I remember you had to be so careful. You had to make sure you get the full screen version when you had a square TV, because I wasn't watching no tiny letterbox shit. It was such a fucking monster back then.
Not on my 50-inch TV.
Yeah, right. Dude, the bedroom TV I had, I think, was 12.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it was
fair.
12. Yeah, and it was the TV that used to be in the kitchen before that. It had turny knobs, a VHF dial, like it had rabbit ears with fucking foil on it, and it had a VHS player. It was not a VCR because it could not record. It could only play tapes. It had that hooked up to it, and that was all that could be watched on that little fucker. And I watched a lot of movies on that thing. And you want to know what was hilarious? That thing was in the kitchen, I don't know how many years downstairs, moved up to my room. Years it had been in this house, and I found a panel on the back of the TV in which an old style earbud with a wire was hidden. Had never been used, was still rubber banded from the factory, and it plugged into a little jack in the speaker in the front of this tiny TV. And that became my secret way of watching movies at night without my parents.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, because I could be all covert with it and just like put it in my ear and like lay down looking at the TV. And then if like my dad came in and saw the TV was on, I was asleep. It was okay.
That's unbelievably ahead of its time.
Yeah, I thought so. And I tried to imagine what kind of living room situation where someone would be sitting that close to their TV, because it was only like a 5-foot wire, max, maybe less.
It's not even healthy at that point. You're not supposed to stand anywhere near that close to an old CRT TV. Yeah.
The static would give you cancer. See,
I think it's the radiation, but I don't really know for sure.
Just like you're not supposed to stand in front of the microwave, right?
Yeah, well, that too. These are real good tips we should be giving the audience here.
I think they're all bullshit. I think we're okay. I'm fine.
Sure.
Wait a minute. My eyes are shit. Maybe I was.
There you go.
I remember we had do you remember the TVs you had as a kid?
Absolutely. I mean, I can't give you like the brand and model, but I remember them for sure. Yeah.
Did you have a big old console TV when you were little? Like a wooden
when you
piece
say
of
console,
furniture?
like a wooden. Okay. No, but my grandparents did, so I remember that vividly. Yeah.
Man. And then we had a Sony. That was our nice new TV. Was a Sony.
Yeah.
It had that remote everyone had. That Sony remote with the green power button.
My dad always tried to stay on top of, I don't want to say like on top of technology per se. We weren't like so rich that we could just like constantly be refreshing TVs. But like he definitely tried to kind of like keep with it in terms of like, okay, this would be considered a good TV,
Yeah, so did mine. My dad was one of the big like Consumer Reports dudes. If he was going to put money into something on a household appliance, it was going to be something decent. And he didn't cheap out when he bought stuff, but he had to, we saved up for it. Before I was born, before I came along in the 70s. In the 70s, he was like a stereo dude, man. Like when I was little, he had this old setup, bro. It was a Marantz receiver with a reel-to-reel tape machine and a dual tape cassette deck above that and a high-end phonograph. It was all in this big fucking wooden thing. It was just rad as shit, but it was old when I was little. I remember our first CD player was a Sony boombox, right? With it had decent sized speakers. It was heavy as shit, but it was still a boombox. And then we just like put that on the floor in front of this giant stereo system that he spent years putting together and building. And then here's our new music player.
Right.
This is what we use now. Like, and we shall place it in front of your cabinet of records just as an insult.
Exactly. It's funny. We are so far off topic now. I can't even remember how to get back onto Christmas. But it is funny. Wait. No, I don't want to go back. Right. we can. But I was gonna say, like, it's so funny how criminally underrated the CD was. Like, for years and years, everybody talked about how vinyl was so much better. Now, finally, people are coming around to the idea of, like, oh, the CD actually was, like, pretty damn good.
Well, compared to compressed digital shit, it's pretty good. It's a laser reading little fucking thingies on a piece of plastic.
We're actually discovering that the CD was, technically speaking, as good as, if not, like, better than the vinyl from the beginning. Like, it's really the master. I know you're going to get a lot of complaints about that statement, but, like, people have been doing, like, dynamic range tests and figured out that, like, the dynamic range tests on the vinyl records have been lying to us for years. Like, it's just not a good test of the audio quality for a vinyl record, you know.
All right, so is it kind of the same thing like when they adapt films for, say, 4K releases, when they had to, re-release music for a CD, did they fuck with it enough that maybe sometimes that's why CDs seemingly sounded worse to people because it was technically a different mix?
Yes, they screwed it up. Okay, so the big thing, and this hit mostly during the 90s and, right up to today, was that I guess to the human ear, louder sounds better.
Okay.
And so every time an album would get released, it would be a little louder, because they would be like, oh, we've remastered it. It sounds so much better now. When really all they did was make it louder. Yeah. And the problem with that is that a stereo sound, or, like the waveform, if you want to get really technical, it can only accept so loud of a thing before it begins to compress.
Sure.
Like if something gets
over the limit. Yeah.
Yes.
It's got to crunch it. Sure.
And so the louder they made it, the more compressed the audio was.
Okay.
If they had used the same, let's call it master from vinyl to CD, the CD would have been just fine.
You see, that was an issue with a lot of music from the 60s because it wasn't mixed very high. And when they would put it on CD, it would just be louder, but it wouldn't sound right. Or it was recorded in mono, and they'd created a stereo version for the CD release, and it was never actually done before. And I think that was a lot of it. Like, it depended on what people listened to and what they heard and what they were comparing. I don't think.
And that's something I've dealt with movies all my life too. Just because some technology is new does not mean you need to adapt your old movie to it. If the movie was in mono, it's perfectly okay for the movie to be mono. Right. I told you for years, like the 5.1 mix of the Terminator pissed me off to no end because it just did not sound anywhere near as good as the mono mix. Thankfully, they made the new Dolby Atmos mix that does sound really good. But like for years, I couldn't listen to that movie.
Now, the record versus CD thing, I also want to bring something up that also has been bothering me for a long time. I think this is how things were, but check me. When at the time when people were finally, CDs had been adopted enough that people were saying, oh, I don't know, I think vinyl sounded better. You had two classes of people, I think. Like, you had older people who just still listened to their records, right?
Sure.
Toss them aside. They're not part of this, whatever.
Yeah.
you had people who didn't have a ton of money at that time. They didn't have like good phonograph setups. They had fucking cassette decks in their house, you know? I wonder if people who were saying, you know, vinyl is better, if they just had better equipment than what everybody else was using. Because, I mean, if you were used to a tape deck, you know, even with decent speakers, and then you upgraded to a CD player, that's a pretty big, awesome leap, you know?
Yeah.
And it's going to sound great. But if you had a really great, you know, receiver and tube amp already with an awesome phonograph and like fucking 4-foot tall speakers,
and you're
no
listening
shit,
to
your
something
vinyl
that's been
sounds good.
competently mixed. You know,
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. Yeah.
By studio engineers who are at the top of their game, you know, whenever it
and are
was
not
released.
being told you have to make this super loud, you know?
Right. And then
'cause
and
I'm
you
sure a
also
lot of
have
that
an
happens
EQ.
too. Yeah.
You know, you have an EQ that you can fucking, you know, set however you want. That's a big difference from the home stereos a lot of people had at the time, you know, and I think that might have been part of it. It's a conspiracy. No. It's not. But I will get us back to Christmas, and this is
Excellent. Okay.
how. So my dad's stereo setup, this is interesting, that he had a reel-to-reel tape deck, which if you folks don't know, imagine a gigantic cassette without a cassette around it. So just 2 reels of magnetic tape that was like an inch wide. All right. Now I think his was a 1/4 inch. But these tapes, they were 8-hour tapes in each direction. So each tape was technically 16 hours long. Okay. And instead of buying Christmas music, what my dad did when I was very, very little, it might have been before I was born, the local oldie station, WOGL, played all music from the 60s and the 50s, right? They had a special Christmas weekend. I think it was Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas Eve through Christmas night, midnight. They were playing all Christmas music with no commercials and no interruptions. Just wall to wall, no DJs, nothing. Just Christmas music. So he set the tape and he recorded 16 hours of classic 50s and 60s Christmas music. And then that became the soundtrack for Christmas in the house every year after that, because he would just flip that fucking giant tape on and it would just pick up where it left off when last time we played it. And that became the soundtrack of Christmas in my house. This weird mix of 50s and 60s, like doo-wop Christmas songs with a little Frank Sinatra in there and, you know, the old standards. But not too much Bing Crosby, just, you know, White Christmas and stuff, not the really old shit.
Sure.
So I didn't even like know contemporary Christmas music was a thing until I got, like Mariah Carey, that shit wasn't happening in our house. No way, man.
Wow.
No way. And then came the dark days when the reel-to-reel kind of got retired and that goddamn Sony boombox was the thing, and the box set of A Very Country Christmas came into my house.
A Very Country Christmas. Oh my gosh.
And holy shit, dude, I hated it so much and my mom loved it. She loved it, and I don't know why. It was just Willie Nelson and fucking Bonnie Raitt and all these fucking old fart country stars doing Christmas standards. And I just, but that is what it defaulted to in the house. And that was like, you know, around high school when I started like not caring about Christmas so much. So it all kind of fit, you know, it gelled. But yeah. So it was hard and it was a leap, but I think I got us back to Christmas.
Sure. I've always kind of felt like Christmas music should just sort of blend into the background. Like it's not the sort of thing that I really need to focus on. Like everything else about Christmas is what's going on. And then you just have these songs going on in the background. And the more that they blend, like the less they stand out, the better.
I hear that.
So and in that regard, something like that, where it's just this, you know, monotone kind of like, hey, we've got this, you know, 50s, 60s Christmas music going on in the background. That would be perfect.
Yeah, and that era of Christmas songs was very unobtrusive. You know, they were like, you know, bubblegum rock and roll and doo-wop and shit like that. And then, you know, the vocalists, it was very, you know, just, I think people who work in retail have a very different relationship with Christmas music.
Sure, and I can understand that.
Right,
Yeah,
but I think like to your point about background, I think we're missing. I know I am anyway. I used to spend a lot more time in stores around Christmas. And you just, that's it. The Christmas music is the background all the time, right? Well, I haven't gone fucking Christmas shopping in the world for years.
Yeah.
So it's like the supermarket, starts playing Christmas music and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's a different type of exposure, and I also don't commute the way I used to. So and who the fuck listens to the radio anyway? So you're not just like involuntarily exposed to it. Because back in the day in December, they would play normal music, but like every fifth song or sixth song might be a Christmas song, until you get to the holiday week.
Yeah.
Except we had a radio station that would start playing all Christmas music, like I think December 1st. B101, it's gone now, but they're all gone. It's all gone. It's all gone, man.
Unbelievable that they had the fortitude to wait until December 1st back then,
Yeah, right? Oh, the kids just don't
Now we're
know,
lucky
man.
if they if Halloween doesn't have a Christmas background to it.
Holy shit, I'm not going to say why, but I was in a Michael's, the craft store.
Yeah.
The day after Halloween, literally. And it was all Christmas shit. And it sounds old farty, but like when we were kids, I remember adults complaining because that was what it was like immediately after Thanksgiving. It's like, oh, they got the Christmas shit up already. It's it was just Thanksgiving. And
that's supposed to be it. Like, Santa comes out at the Thanksgiving Day parade, and from that point, it's the beginning of the Christmas season. That was always the idea, I don't.
Yeah, because Macy's starts its sales, right? I did get to do that once, though.
So, yeah.
I worked in New York for 3 years, and I actually did go to Macy's once at Christmas. Not like Christmas Day.
Wow.
What?
I first of all, I can't stand parades in general, but like...
Oh, no, I didn't go to the parade. I just went to the store.
Oh, okay. I was going to say,
December.
I can't even imagine it would be a good time waiting out at 2:00 in the morning to get a good spot and then just standing there all day in the cold.
I would never do that shit. No, I went on my lunch break to the store and bought my wife something from Macy's for Christmas. And that was enough. That crowd was fucking insane. It was like 2 weeks before Christmas. And when I'm talking it was like, when you get in a crowd that's so thick, it kind of carries you along like blood in an artery. That's kind of what that Macy's was like. Like you had to hop out of the stream if you wanted to look at something. It was like a skating rink. Like you had to hop out of traffic, to pull off to the side. It was a terrible experience, but it was decorated pretty, and I got to see the old wooden escalators. So that's something.
Wooden escalators. Wow.
I remember I bought my wife a nice little watch. It was very nice. She was very happy. Yeah.
Are there any Christmas songs that you really like? I don't want to. Before we leave, Christmas music, is there an album or something? What do you recommend?
An album? I don't know if there's a whole album. I'm not super partial to Elvis. I know a lot of people his Christmas. He had 3 Christmas albums and shit.
Sure.
I know that's a lot of people, and a lot of my Italian family members listen to the Rat Pack Christmas stuff all the time.
Okay.
I really like Nat King Cole.
Okay.
I really like his Christmas songs, and I like a lot of that stuff I grew up with, to be honest. Like a lot of those 60s old standards. I don't really care about 90s stuff. I don't care about I'll listen to them sometimes, but the alternative, angry Christmas music, and I don't know, man. It's Christmas music. Give me a fucking break. Let me be saccharine happy for a little bit.
Sure.
There is a Christmas song I fucking hate. And it's not a commonly cited, hated one.
Oh.
That fucking Beach Boys song. Little Saint Nick.
Yes.
I fucking hate that goddamn song. I hate it. If I was going to be imprisoned by Negan in The Walking Dead and he would play a song over and over, that would be the fucking song. Because I just fucking hate that song so much, dude. And I remember, this is one of the funniest things. I put on Christmas music when I was cooking Thanksgiving dinner because I'm a fucking weirdo and I just violated what I just said about when to put Christmas music on, but whatever.
It's fine. It's fine.
And my wife, that I was Spotify. I just put on a random Spotify playlist, and that song came on, and I went over to skip it, and she's like, "I knew you were going to change it." She's like, "That's one of the first things I remember about you from when we started dating, because we started dating in November." So Christmas like happened really quick and early in our relationship. And she's like, "I remember that song coming on the radio in the car and you talking about how much you fucking hate it." And you're like, she's like, "The line came on, Christmas comes this time each year." He's like, "You got so fucking pissed." You're like, "When the fuck else would it happen? What the fuck is the worst lyric I've ever heard?" So yeah, I hate that song. Yeah. How about you?
Okay.
What's your go-to Christmas music? Do you have an era or an artist or an album?
I do like variety. Like, if we'll generally tell the Alexa to just play like a playlist of stuff. If I was going to put on like an album, the best album the Jackson 5 ever made was the Christmas one.
Oh, wow.
As crazy as that sounds,
That's
like,
that's a great record. It really is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they were like a greatest hits band. They would, there would be like one or two singles on each album, and then the rest of the album was just crap. But like the Christmas album from beginning to end was just quality. Like I loved that.
I forgot about that one. That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah. I mean, I can't play it because like it's one of those things where if I turn it on and then like 2-3 songs in, my wife is like, "Wait, what is this? Where are all the real Christmas songs?"
What does she consider real
stop.
Christmas songs?
I don't know. You need like "All I Want for Christmas Is You" and all of that. Like,
okay.
She would need like more variety, and I'm not opposed to that. I guess like the one song no one's ever heard of that I really love is "Christmas with the Devil" from Spinal Tap.
Oh yeah. Sure.
It's hilarious.
At one of my previous places of employment, I did a web story that was Christmas songs that don't suck. And it was purposely being, contrarian and choosing songs like that. And that was one of them. That was one of them. Joe Pesci did a Christmas song that's extremely vulgar and has a lot of fuck words. And so
that's amazing.
You can play that one for the fan at Christmas. I'll send you that story. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I mean, I do love like all of this, like I love like "Do They Know It's Christmas Time" or whatever that's called, and I love the Christmas Sarajevo thing, Christmas Eve. I don't remember the exact names of these things. Nice. They just come on and I listen to them.
There's a dude named There's something maybe you could use in your life. There's a dude named Gary Hoey. You'll find him on Spotify. He has he did a whole album of guitar covers of Christmas songs, and I mean they're like orchestral productions behind him, but the lead is always a guitar, and it's really fucking good. Like, he's really good, and it's a great record. If you want something a little different, while still being like people get to hear Christmas songs they know, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
You can't put movies on in the background, so you gotta pick something. Bad Santa. Sure. Do you like it? We'll leave with
Bad
that.
Santa. Yeah.
Badder Santa sucked, right?
Yeah.
The one with Kathy Bates, it was dog shit. You can say it. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, wait. Was Badder Santa the director's cut of Bad Santa? Because I feel like Bad Santa 2.
You're right. There was a Bad Santa. You're right. Badder
there was
Santa
something like 3 director's cuts of Bad Santa. I don't give a shit which one I'm watching. They were all fun.
Why the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's like Blade Runner. I can't do that voice. I'm sorry.
I'm able to stay up through all of Bad Santa, so it's not exactly like Blade Runner, but it's close. Bernie Mac, rest in peace, brother. Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, my friend. This was fun.
Anytime. Merry Christmas, everyone.